Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about an important topic, something that affects many people around the world: Alzheimer's. It can be difficult to face, both for those who suffer from it and for their family and friends. That's why it's essential to be aware of the first symptoms, as early detection can make a huge difference in how the disease is managed. Alzheimer's is a neurodegenerative condition that affects a person's cognitive functions. And while aging is a risk factor, it is not an inevitable part of getting older. With the increase in life expectancy, the incidence of this disease continues to grow, which is why we need to be aware of what we can do to prevent it and how to recognize its early signs. In this video, I'll talk about 7 early signs of Alzheimer's that you should know. My goal is to provide you with the necessary information so that if you notice any changes in yourself or your loved ones, you can act quickly. This is not to alarm you, but to offer you tools that can help you make informed decisions. Before we begin, tell us in the comments how old you are and from which city you're watching us. Your participation is important and helps us create more useful content for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to receive more health and wellness tips that can make a big difference in your life and the life of your loved ones. Let's get started. Number 1. Repeated forgetfulness. We all forget things from time to time, like where we left our keys, whether we turned off the lights, or even if we locked the door. These small lapses are common and usually harmless. However, when forgetfulness becomes more frequent and starts to significantly affect daily routines, it's important to pay attention. Forgetting important details like a medical appointment or recent events, losing track of a conversation, or repeatedly asking questions can be an early sign that something is wrong. Alzheimer's, being a neurodegenerative disease, directly affects the brain areas responsible for memory and learning, making these memory lapses more noticeable over time. If you notice these memory gaps becoming more common, it's essential to seek a professional diagnosis. Number 2. Disorientation. Temporal or spatial disorientation is another common symptom in people with Alzheimer's. It's normal for older individuals to occasionally get confused about the day or time, but when someone starts getting lost in places that were once familiar, or doesn't remember where they are, the current year, or even recent events, this could be a telling sign of the disease. Disorientation can be distressing for both the affected individual and those around them, as it can interfere with daily activities and create situations of anxiety or frustration. Additionally, these individuals may forget how to get home or not remember basic details about their surroundings. If you notice someone close to you experiencing these episodes of confusion frequently, it's advisable to consult a specialist for an appropriate evaluation. Number 3. Difficulty performing daily tasks. We all have moments when we struggle with simple tasks, but for people with Alzheimer's, these difficulties can become more pronounced. At first, they may be small, overlooked details, like forgetting how to use the phone or losing the ability to follow a recipe step by step. However, as the disease progresses, these difficulties increase and can affect even the simplest activities, like dressing, managing money, or remembering how to do daily tasks like grocery shopping. When someone who was previously able to do these activities independently starts to experience blocks or frustration while performing them, it's a sign to watch out for. This decline in functional abilities is one of the most common features of Alzheimer's. Number 4. Changes in language. Difficulty finding the right words and interruptions in speech can be one of the first signs of Alzheimer's. At first, the person may start repeating phrases or lose track of a conversation. This difficulty isn't limited to forgetting isolated words. It can involve the inability to keep up with the flow of a normal conversation, making discussions become confusing or incomplete. Sometimes, they may also have trouble understanding or interpreting what others are saying, leading to misunderstandings and frustration. These language disorders are an important manifestation of the disease, as they indicate a decline in cognitive functions that affect communication. If you notice someone close to you starting to show these symptoms, it's an early sign that shouldn't be ignored. Number 5. Changes in mood and personality. People with Alzheimer's often experience noticeable changes in their mood. They may become more irritable, anxious, or distrustful, even if there's no apparent reason for these changes. These changes are due to the alterations Alzheimer's causes in the areas of the brain responsible for emotions and behavior. Additionally, the person may become more apathetic or lose interest in activities they once enjoyed. In more advanced cases, they may also show signs of aggression without a clear reason. It's important to observe if someone's personality changes suddenly or if they show unusual behaviors, as these symptoms can indicate something is wrong at a cognitive and emotional level. Number 6. Social isolation. Social isolation is one of the most significant signs of Alzheimer's, and it can result from both the disease's symptoms and a defensive strategy by the affected person. As the disease progresses, people with Alzheimer's may lose interest in social activities they once enjoyed, such as family gatherings, going out with friends, or attending events. This social withdrawal may be due to difficulty following conversations, fear of making a fool of themselves, or the feeling that they cannot actively participate in activities. Isolation not only affects the person's social life but can also worsen cognitive and emotional symptoms. If you notice that someone close to you is gradually distancing themselves from their social circle, it's important to address the issue and provide emotional support to prevent isolation from making the situation worse. Number 7. Changes in judgment and decision-making. One of the most concerning signs of Alzheimer's is the alteration in judgment and the ability to make sound decisions. People with this disease may begin making irrational decisions, such as making unnecessary purchases, giving personal information to strangers, or taking risks without considering the consequences. This is due to the decline in cognitive functions that affect decision-making and reasoning. Often, the affected person may not be aware of the implications of their actions, which can put their well-being and safety at risk. If you observe someone making illogical decisions or engaging in impulsive behaviors, it's crucial to intervene and seek medical help as soon as possible. In summary, recognizing these signs early is essential. Although there is no cure for Alzheimer's, early diagnosis can help manage the disease more effectively, providing patients and their families with the tools to face it with greater dignity and quality of life. If any of these symptoms resonate with you or someone close to you, don't hesitate to consult a specialist. An accurate and early diagnosis can make a difference. If you found this content useful, share it with your friends and family. Maybe someone close to you also needs this information. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to continue receiving valuable information that can transform your day-to-day life. See you in the next video.